Watson Season 2, Episode 15 ending explained. Is Sherlock really back? Watson Season 2, Episode 15, titled A Third Act Surprise, concludes with a shift in how Sherlock Holmes' return is understood. The episode follows a medical case involving Hollis Pitter, which leads to the exposure of a fertility fraud scheme tied to Dr. Oliver Day and his twin brother. While this is happening, Sherlock seems to help Watson solve mysteries by claiming that he is fully healed of his illness. The last lines reveal, however, that Sherlock Holmes might actually not be present there, but is only seen as an illusion. These insights give a new perspective on previous episodes and show the emphasis on Watson's point of view. Watson Season 2, Episode 15 ends with the possibility that Sherlock was not actually there. Throughout the episode, Sherlock can be seen in several scenes with Watson, and Sherlock maintains that he has received his treatment in another country and is prepared to go back to work. From the beginning, this assertion seems to hold true. However, this changes in the closing scenes when Watson begins to question the existence of Sherlock. At the end of the episode, the idea is put forward that Sherlock might simply be a delusion on Watson's part. This idea is reinforced by the structure of the episode. The scenes in which Sherlock features all take place through Watson's perspective, and now that his thoughts on these scenes have changed, so too do their meanings. The problem in this episode involves the medical case. Hollis needs a kidney transplant, but the medical team finds out that she has several half-siblings because of the misconduct in a fertility clinic. This leads to the exposure of two people, Dr. Oliver Day and his twin brother, Harrison, both doctors. Oliver and Harrison utilize their own DNA during procedures. This increases the problem and raises it from the level of medicine to an ethical question. Watson and his team try to find a donor for Hollis while dealing with the problem legally. In terms of connections, this medical problem reflects the main plot in the end of the episode. It includes Watson's decisions, negotiations with Harrison, and actions when he has little time left. All these require Watson to judge properly. On the other hand, the revelation of the end brings in the element of ambiguity regarding Watson's judgments. The episode makes a comparison between the clinical practice and the reliability of Watson's judgment outside the clinic. The end of the second episode of Watson Season 2 is characterized by the shifting attention towards the internal world of Watson. At an earlier stage of the episode, Watson accepts Sherlock's comeback despite some skepticism on his part. With the possibility of a fictional character of Sherlock being put forward, the attention is shifted from his health condition to Watson's interpretation thereof. This brings a completely new context into interpreting other episodes. Watson's relationship with Sherlock and his involvement in cases solved by Sherlock becomes something that exists only in Watson's mind. At least, such is the case in Watson Season 2. In this sense, the episode does not give any explicit answers, but creates a lot of room for speculation on Watson's side. Viewers can watch Watson Season 2 on CBS or stream episodes on Paramount Plus to follow how these developments continue.